I guess it helps you with price action maybe. So today's Sunday breakdown, I'm gonna start with pound kiwi. So we had this pair last week, and I was actually explaining this area, and I was like, I will only sell again because I had a sell over this area because I sold the first one, and price actually came back, went down to test over this area, and it actually came back up again. And I was like, I'm only gonna sell if there is a confluence between this area and this resistance that I had drawn over that time. And as I anticipated, price actually went down, and it actually followed this wedge. And for now, I'm not looking for any sell setups because we had to take our take profit over this area. This is more like a strong resistance area here, so I'm not hoping to sell as of yet, but I'm not buying either because I have to buy a little bit above here, because if this resistance is not broken, then I can't have a buy setup as of yet. So next pair that we're going to look at, just to cut this video short, this scenario, I explained this scenario last week, and I was actually thinking that I should make a video on the market structure. So I'm going to make a video on this market structure first, include this market structure also on the same video. So I'm going to post it on Friday. I'm going to make it on Friday, then post it on Saturday, I think. So just tune in, please subscribe. Just you can see this market structure, it's actually a profitable market structure. As you can see, I had to trade it once, two, three times, and this is the first time that we're going to trade it again this week. So tune in and see what this market does. So the same scenario in this market structure, I traded this last week. Again, we had this scenario where the second scenario over this area, we had the last scenario on Friday on gold also. So what happens is, like, if you see price aligning itself, so I explained it on another video, but it's a long time ago now. So if you see price aligning itself with the resistance, so this was our resistance, and price wasn't shooting down or shooting up either. So this was just a scenario that it's a hint that price is gonna go up. Same as here, see price aligning itself. So I'll just zoom it in. Price aligning itself with the resistance, then you're gonna see price actually shooting down. So this was our hint again, and I had to draw this over. I think I explained it on the last Sunday breakdown, and I had drawn this, and as I drawn, price actually hit our take profit over this area. So the next pair that we're gonna look at, so same scenario, why I traded this over the last week, and this was, I think, Friday 2 weeks back, and we actually traded this to this extent. And I was explaining that mostly emerging markets pairs, they are correlated. So this spiral, that it was more like a retracement, but it was caused by the US-China trade war. China yuan is actually correlated with rand also. So instead of price shooting down because of the results of the election that we had, price actually chose to go up, and we had a retracement, then we had a continuation. Price actually continued to go to the downside. So here it was just a line that I draw, and it was showing a ascending triangle. So you know what happens with ascending triangle, prices to shoot down. So you're gonna see maybe pretty much either you see a double bottom over this area, or you see price extending to this area. So that's why I was looking for any buy or sell setup over this area, because I have to get a clearer idea on the GBP pairs, what's happening. So on gold also. So on gold, as I explained, like when I abandoned this sell, it was because of this double bottom. And double bottom, if you want to see your return that you can have, so it's like approximately 1951 pips. So I would say price maybe around here. That's what's supposed to be our target, but I don't think price is gonna go back to the upside as of yet. So I'm not entering any trade of this because I don't have any clearer vision of where price is actually going, but I had to sell from this area, and it actually closed when price was actually going up because it was just a trade that I took without more analysis. I just took it because of this market structure. This market structure actually happened over this area, so I explained it on GBP/JPY a long time back, and this is what happened. Price actually had to shoot down. It was some similar scenario, I think, on this area. So this was our resistance. Price aligning itself with resistance, it actually went down. Same scenario here. So it's not supposed to be like a alignment, like a straight alignment. It can be like a little bit like this, but if you see price delaying on this resistance, you know that it's gonna go down, or if it's on the upper part, it's gonna go up. So I closed also this pair. My take profit was around here, so it was closed a little bit earlier, but the overall view of this was prices to go back down to take profit over this area. So pretty much maybe we might see a little bit of a retracement to the upside, then we'll see continuation, price going down. I'll actually be updating you on the market structure that we're gonna be having, but for now I'm staying away from GBP/JPY also. KiwiCAD was a disaster. We haven't took, so I was explaining on the midweek review, I'm gonna only take the trade above this trend line, and price didn't seem like it wanted to go back up to the trend line, so to the upside I mean. So we just waited and nothing happened, so price had to come back down, and I was explaining that this probably wasn't enough for price to go back up, so it was just a down and price had to go back up. So we just waiting, and I had to draw another trend line to touch the lower wicks, the lower part of the wicks. So maybe price will come back to this area, then from there we'll actually see price going to the upside again. But I'm only taking trades when price is above this area. I'm not taking trades below, because pretty much if you look at the bigger picture, you see this is a channel and there's a probability that price will actually go to the downside. So I'm not taking this trade as of yet. So the next week, this week's trades, I mean the trades that we're going to be taking this week. So overall we have more like a channel that is getting a little bit steeper, so it will be more like a wedge. It's getting steeper to the upside, to the end of it here. So I'm just going to zoom it in. So what we had over this area, we had a continuation. So this was just a continuation pattern. Price to retrace it back above, then it came back down. So some scenario, so you will see this is more like what happened here, just a little bit continuation. Price actually going to the downside again. So I'm just gonna look for shorts over this area. So I'm selling from this area. I'm just gonna send a screenshot after I'm done with this pair, and you see what's gonna happen. So I think on the, so as you can see, it had already so this was just a consolidation, and price is gonna go back to the downside again. So for this pair I'm looking for sales only. The other pair that we had is this. So we had ascending channel towards the resistance. I don't know why price is refusing to go to the downside. So I had a friend doing this, and it was like of looking at the whole channel that you have over here. Try to look at your channel ending to this area. So pretty much maybe what I'm looking for here is price going to the downside only to take this area, not to this whole area. So for now, Euro USD, I'm looking for sales going to the downside. Sorry. I'm looking for sales to the downside only to this area. So pretty much that's almost I'm just gonna show you one pair that we have, one pair that we're gonna look at, but it's gonna take a little bit longer to reach. So if price reaches this point, it's more like a double top. So I wanted to show that this channel that we have, it's more like an ascending channel. So our resistance, the first touch here and third touch will be approximately here. So I don't anticipate to see a double top over here, so I'm gonna wait. I was actually looking for sell setups, but I couldn't find any, so I'm gonna wait for price to reach this area, then from there I can actually sell. So pretty much maybe you might see actually price extending over to this area a little bit above this resistance instead. So only sell setups up a little bit below here. So after price breaks above here, then I'll look for sell setups, and if it happens that this is a double top, then we'll actually sell, we'll actually look for another sell setup a little bit below here. So that's pretty much of it, guys. gbpusd I'm not taking this scenario yet. So it's almost like what I was saying, guys. You see here price aligning itself with the resistance, and it actually shoot down again. So it's one market structure that I'm gonna do this week, and as I promised, I'm gonna deliver it on Saturday. So Saturday morning I'm just gonna share a link and you guys are gonna go and see. Please subscribe to the channel so that you get updates on whatever we'll be sending. So thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.